another day in Pandaria. It is a little earlier than what I'd normally do recordings for, but I have not been able to sleep very well, and I'll explain why in just a little bit. But first things first, we have a quest here with Shang to get us started for the day.
What do you need?
Master Shang speaks to his shepherd boy. Francis, you need to show bravery. You have faced everything it takes to make a great shepherd, except the courage to face your fears. He looks over to you. You, stranger. You help the rest of my family. Francis is like a second son to me. Show my apprentice what it means to lack fear. Use this rope to lasso and defeat one of the great white hawks above us. Shang points to the sky, looks at Francis, and leaves. Okay.
Enough of that.
No problem. We'll take the rope. There's no loot. Alright. Great white hawk. Rope. Well, it's quite obvious we're not going to be able to use the I guess this is all I can do. Okay, just keep doing our best. I see. I think this might actually have been easier with the druid, this bit. Yeah, so a reason why I've not been sleeping so well. Last Friday, I went surfing, as you should often do when you're in Cornwall. And on one of the last waves I caught, I was flipped over and have badly hurt my shoulder and the side of my head. So my shoulder is and has been in quite a lot of pain over the last week, which sucks. And I've gone to doctors about it, and they have recommended a paracetamol rub, but there's not much else I could do, so I'm kind of stuck. I can't really lift anything heavy with it. I can't really do much at all, so kind of very much sucks. Oops. But hopefully it will get better. There we go. And we got that plane talk. Awesome. That was finished off by Humar as well. Well done, mate. Yeah. Hopefully it will get better soon. It is difficult to do much. Bring it to Shang's stead, so that'll be down this way. So yeah, because of that, I haven't also been sleeping very well. I think he's in the back, polishing his melon. Oh my lord, look at the size of that. Okay, there's that. You lack fear. I can sense it in your heart. Francis has taken longer than I expected to become an effective shepherd. We all go through these phases. My son Liang was weak once too, as was I, but he will learn. It is the Thunderfoot way. This shepherd loot. Take it over the lurking tiger band.
Until next time.
There we go. And that is the end of the Thunderfoot Hills. Lurking tiger. Alright, cool. So, with this done, I think we should try and look again. We finished the... Oh, hello. Hang on. What do you want? What is this, the fourth time we've run into her already? Say, my keg is quickly becoming quite empty. I heard mention of a brewery to the southwest, and that's where we're headed. Care to join us? Yeah, go on then. I'm ready.
All
Let's hit the
right.
road.
Until next time. All right. I suppose we have stayed here long enough. These Thunderfoots are good people. But they do not have enough ale between them to fill a cask. Let's go find something to drink. Shall we, Lily?
If beer gets you off your butt, then sure. Let's go find you some beer.
Farewell, Shang.
You kids have fun at Mudmugs. Mudmug. I swear we have a quest line for Mudmug. Alright, let's go for it.
Uncle, look. There's somebody up ahead. He looks weird.
Oh, that's Mudmug.
We are the outsiders here, Lily. We probably look even weirder to him.
Only because we're traveling with this outsider. Oh, sorry, but you do kind of stand out.
Hey, yo! Stranger! We are looking for a brewer named Mudmug. Do you know of him? I'm Mudmug. Who's that? I am called Chen, and this is my niece, Lily.
Y'all any good at fighting vermin?
Heck yeah, we are. I've probably beaten up about, 1,000,000 vermin back on the Wandering Isle.
You have a vermin problem? Aye, we will be glad to help you, Mudmug.
All right then. My place is just around the corner. Come on, let's get to that critter one.
I told you he was weird.
Very interesting accent. Does sound a bit like Matt Mercer doing it. Alright, well this is how we get ourselves into Mudmug's questline. We'll probably follow Chen and Lily for the remainder. We'll decline this invitation. Alright, there we go. Mudmug.
Well, hello, neighbor.
Greetings, and salutations, I suppose. Sorry, not quite sure what to say. I'm not used to having much in the way of company around here. That is, not unless we're here to buy some of my brew. Okay, yes, we've already talked to Mudmug about this. If you're looking for beer, you came to the right place, neighbour. Just to excuse the mess. Had me a bit of a problem with vermin over the last few days.
See ya.
Sure thing. Alright, Lily. Yellow and red make orange. Uncle Chen says we're going to help this guy out with his vermin problem. Fine by me. I love messing with vermin. Here's the plan. We're going to try and paint some turnips orange, and when they try to convince the vermin that they're carrots, this can only end in comedy. I'll gather turnips. You find something that we can use to make edible orange paint. So we need to obtain 10 meadow marigolds. Excuse me. And 40 vials of animal blood.
Keg,
Jeez,
round.
that's quite a lot.
So,
Chen, before any kegs are tapped, we have to work to do. The vermin are no different than the vermin on the Wandering Isle. It's a nuisance that breeds as fast as the rabbits they resemble. Surely we could kill every last vermin we find, but what's the point in needless bloodshed? Let's just take out their alphas and they'll slow down with their reproduction. Okay. Slay Aja the Skillet, Jinunya the Clawblade, and Frenzy Hop, and we'll get a turnip punching bag.
come back with some berries.
Oh dear. So my partner also has developed this cold, and judging by my sniffles, I think I've caught it too. Which is not good. Oh, this will be for the files of animal blood. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, okay, no problem. The problem I have is, what she wanted initially to keep it away from me, is the Falmouth Shanty Festival is next weekend. suppose you wanted me not ill. But we'll see how that goes. We've got a lot to do beforehand. Oh look, it's Frenzy Hop. Look at him. There we go. We'll see if we can loot that whilst we can. No. Okay, that's annoying, but we can get proximity loot. Alright, well that's Frenzy Hop. There's a hole there, and a hole over there. So let's see if we can... Oh, there it is. Weird little exchange. We'll see if we can get these two as well. There we go. Oh, I do apologise. It's not really been very good for my sleep anyway. But that's why I'm up so early. I've already been up for a couple of hours at this point. It's just, you know. So that's all the vermin we need. We need more flowers, which are up here. And a couple more vials of animal blood. Tell you what. There you go, you get that. And then I will collect the last of these flowers that we need. Lovely. One more. Okay, that's everything we need. We'll make our way back to both. I'll leave that. Okay. Chen first. Chen nods. Good work, Sparrow. You're not bad in combat. What do you say we team up for the next part? Ooh, summon a turnip punching bag at a target location. The punching acts as a target dummy while it persists. Sure. Right, the Warren Mother. We've dealt with the alpha males, now the alpha female. Vermin aren't terribly selective when it comes to breeding, but most broods will still have a dominant mother figure. She's usually bigger, meaner and tougher than anyone else in the brood. You know, I wouldn't mind testing my skills against the Warren Mother. Mind if I fight alongside you? So we need to defeat Chufa, the Twitch Heel Warren Mother. You don't get to be a Warren Mother by virtue of good looks. Yep. Alright.
Your journey was long.
We'll hand in this one for Lily. You have the stuff ready for the paint? I went ahead and gathered some turnips. Brilliant. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You brought back blood? I guess that should have looked... I should have looked around for half a second before I asked you to bring me something red. Yeesh. Lee turns back to the ingredients, spends a moment crushing the flower petals and mixing them with the blood. She then begins to giggle. We get a turnip paint gun, throw a ball of orange paint at your current friendly target, turning them orange for 60 seconds. Uncle Chen's still got his eye on me, which means I won't be wandering off anytime soon. I guess it's up to you to take these carrots into the Twisted Warren and deliver them for me. It should be pretty simple. Just toss the vegetables in front of vermin, then watch their reaction when they find out it's really a turnip. Okay, sure. Toss orange-coloured turnips in front of 12 twitch-heel hoarders, and we'll get an orange-painted turnip as a trinket. Your damaging attacks and abilities have a 20% chance to grant mastery, and then throwing that at a target or location causes any nearby vermin to run away in fear. That does seem a bit pointless, but that's alright. Mudmug.
Yo, hi there.
Thieves to the core. You and that Chen fellow are good people helping out with the vermin like you are. I don't want to be asking for favours, but I ain't got to turn them away either. While you're out there putting the hurt on those rabbit men, you wouldn't mind keeping an eye on some bags of hops, would you? Pretty sure they lifted them last night, probably using them for pillows, knowing how they are. Recover 6 stolen sacks of hops from the Twisted Warren. You got it, mate. We'll get that done. Let's see. Get you. And we'll make our way in to the Twisted Warren. Most aggressive use. Stinky turnip. Take that out.
See you back at Mudmud's.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Let you clean up in here. Blah, blah, blah. Alright, seems like we're gonna have to either get out and, oh. Motion hide gloves. Oh, hang on. Speaking of. There we go. They're gonna go nuts and disappear. We may be able to get these guys out here as well. Not really sure. Yeah, well, yeah. Hello. So, I'll make my way over here, see if I can try another trio. Like that. 1, 2, 3. Should be all of them, right? There we go. Oh. Keep running. There we go. Is it gonna come near enough? Nope. Right, Lily
What
first.
you doing?
I love messing with them, that's brilliant.
All right.
And we
let's
get the
go.
carrot thing. The Warren Mother, that should take care of the vermin for a few weeks, at least enough time for Mudmug to get out of good batches of beer uninterrupted. And isn't that what's really important? Yes. Mudmug.
Fine day.
I done told those vermin to stay off my land. Yeah, they don't listen. Thank you kindly, sir. You're a real gentleman.
Yep.
Alright, Chen. I'd say we've earned our reward. I can't wait to taste what Mudmug's been brewing. Have a drink with Chen, Luli, and Mudmug.
Come back with some stories.
Mudmug, this is fantastic. Oh, strong, too. Oh, thanks. Most folk round here prefer it over anything from that Stormstout brewery.
Wait, did you say Stormstout Brewery?
You know of more Stormstouts? Here in Pandaria? Well, shoot. Of course. They're the biggest brewing family in the whole valley.
A brewery? My family. My ancestral home.
Oh boy.
Wait a dang minute. You're a Stormstout?
Yes, I am. Tell me, where is the Stormstout Brewery? I must see it for myself.
You just keep going down this same road, but
I am going. Lily, you stay here. I will come back for you. Promise me, you will keep out of trouble while I am away.
Yeah, sure. Whatever.
Oh, he's gone straight for
Can't
it.
believe he left me with the weird mud guy.
Okay, well, let's talk to Lily. I know Uncle Chen's coming back. I'm not worried. Actually, this is probably my big chance to finally explore Pandaria. No fat uncle trying to tie me down. Alright. Lily's day off. Uncle Chen asked me not to get into any fights whilst he was away, but that doesn't mean I can't go exploring. Finally, a chance to look around Pandaria without stopping every 47 steps for another rest. You want to come with me? I bet there's all kinds of cool places we can visit, not too far from here. Sure, bring Lily to the Silken Fields, New Sephira, and Huangxi Falls. We can do that. But first, Mudmug needs us.
hello.
Muddy water. While you're just hanging around, I might as well get you involved in my whole beer making process. Ain't much of a process, really. I just mix all the stuff together and wait. You probably heard. I like to use muddy water from the riverbanks. Yes, you said. Would you mind filling up these flasks with that water and bringing it back? I'll start getting on the hops and barley. Sure, and we'll get some boots.
Careful with that there vial. She's a bit leaky.
Oh, brilliant. Okay. Where am I going? Well, I'm going that way first. Well, there's the falls, so can I mount up? I can, and she'll run along. No problem.
Hey, look at that waterfall.
Yes.
I wonder if there's a cave behind it. You should always check behind waterfalls for caves.
Really? Should we? Go on then. There is no cave above or below. But cheers for that, Lily. Real helpful. Okay. Ah. There we go. Mudmug's vial will slowly spill water while you are moving. Oh. And a war scout. Which... Okay. So how much will it move? It didn't even move.
Hey, watch where you're splashing that thing.
Okay. Yep, got it. God, I really had to think about that. Alright, War Scout's going for a swim, sure. We'll bring the water back. And then we'll go with Lily some more. I thought I was going to have to carry it all the way back. Luckily, that's not the case. Alright, Mudmug. I knowed you for a friend as soon as I seen you. You done good. You done good. Fantastic.
So long, Dan.
Well, there's the boots, I guess. Yeah. God, we're gonna have to get rid of some of the shit that we've got in here. Are you saying I had a better hat this... I did, didn't I? And I just never put it on. It looks cool, too. Alright. Let's go through. What else are we not wearing that we should? Them. That's a leather belt. It's not as good. Partially sick pages. I don't know about that. No, we're good for that. Okay. A lot of these are just the toys, though. Bring Lily to the Silken Fields and New Saphira. We could do that. Almost. There's New Saphira.
Look at this.
There is a quest here as well, but we'll come back to it.
There's a village up here, and a big fish statue.
Oh no, we
too.
won't, because we've already done this quest line.
You think the Jinyu built this place?
More than likely. Alright. Last one. And we'll follow the path. Because we've already been to Half Hill. There's Galleon just kicking shit out of stuff in the background. That's nice. Very nice. And here's the Silken Fields. Which I think we've already done. No, we did that last week, yeah.
Check out all the cool silk. Do you think that they really get this stuff from the silkworm's rear end?
Yes, they do.
Ew, they look like maggots.
Alright, that's everything. Let's get ourselves back to Mudmug. Whoopsie. Okay, and Levy's right here.
Hey!
That was great. You and I should go some exploring again sometime. And it looks like we finished before Uncle Chen got back too.
Look, here he
Perfect.
comes now. How is the brewery, Uncle?
Uh-oh. He looks a bit dejected.
I do not want to talk about it.
Huh. Chen,
Seem
buddy.
a little parched.
Yes, I found the Stormstout brewery, although I didn't exactly get the warm reception I expected. He pours himself a mug of ale. Do you want to hear the story? Yes, I would love to hear the story, please.
All right.
My family left men down Pandaria to explore the world on the back of a wandering isle. That was many generations ago, but I have learned that there are other Stormstouts here, on Pandaria, my long-lost family. What are they like? Do they still like brew as I do? Are they adventurous like you and I? What happened, Chen?
I travel well. I found the brewery and made my way inside.
I got two things
I decided to look around for someone else from the Stormstout family.
Okay. I have Stormstout Fu, which performs a dazzling feat of martial arts on your target, and have a drink. Let's go. Uncle Gao? Seems like the right person.
Sorry, we aren't accepting visitors right now. I am no visitor. I am Chen Stormstout. You should leave. But we are family. I am a Stormstout from the Wandering Isle. Are you deaf? We aren't allowing anybody in the brewery right now. There is no need to speak to me that way. Wait, what is going on behind you? Huh? That's nothing. Now go away. I had no choice but to defend myself.
Oh, shit. I like the fact that it's just combined some of the most popular monk abilities. I just put it to one button. That's brilliant. Punch, kick, and then that.
I was shaken, but I did not give up. I pursued the strange old brewer to ask him some more questions.
Alrighty, let's go.
What? Were you sent to check up on me? Everything's fine. It's all under control. Come, speak with me. Let's sit down and talk. Have a beer together. There will be no horrible beer. Hey, what's that behind you?
Oh, he's buggered off as well. We got him.
First beer elementals, and now a Hosen attack. Something was very wrong. I decided to give him one more chance. I was not about to give up on family.
I'm curious. I mean, this isn't the right one, but let's think on it a little more. Uncle Gao.
I don't understand, old man. What have I done to upset you? It's not what you've done. It's who you are. You are not welcome here, Chen Stormstout. That was all I needed to hear. Shunned by my own blood. I turned and left.
Oh dear. Well, that's really unfortunate.
Heyo,
Maybe I wasn't meant to settle down anyhow.
may
Aw.
your journey be long.
And there is the achievement for Mudmug's Place. That is fantastic to know. You know what? I don't have to take this. I'll show that Uncle Gao what it means to be a real brewer. I'll brew the best beer he's ever tasted with ingredients I've never even used before. I'm Chen Stormstout, and I'm the best brewer alive. So we need to meet up with him at in Half Hill, I should say.
Travel well. Lily, let's go. Your uncle has got something to prove.
Finally, there's the Uncle Chen I've been waiting for.
You know what? I'll meet him there. Let's see. Thunderfoot Fields and Mudmugs. Chen's masterpiece, I think, might. I'll just double check very, very quickly. Double check. Because I. There it is. Okay. That's not that one. Kalai. Crasserine. Yeah. Chen's masterpiece. Mudmug's Place, Stormstout Brewery, and Nessingway. So we'll go for Chen's masterpiece. Let's go for it. Well, we got to get to Half Hill before we get to Stormstout, so no problem. Look, there they are. I reckon we'll beat them there, no problem. Question is, where are they going to be? That's where they know and what I don't. Oh, never mind, I know it now. Right about here. There they are. Oh god, look at them go. Bro's got the zoomies. Chen, buddy. Let's make some beer.
Come back with some story. First things first. We are going to need some sweet malts.
You can find your malts at the granary, I reckon.
Ah,
Mud Mug. I'm here to help with that fancy beer you was talking about.
oh, fantastic.
Glad to have you. We will be making a stout. Can you get a few barrels of water?
Get her done.
No
Maybe
way.
you get the malts. I will research the local brews. We'll meet back here.
Research. Sure.
It is the Wanderer's way.
Geeter Den, the Larry the Cable Guy classic. Alright,
Hey,
Chen. Embrace the Wanderer's way. It's not so much a course of action as it is an attitude. Everyone you meet is a story. Every place you go to is an adventure. Every drink you have is the best you've ever tasted. It's not a bad life, is it? I'll come back to you.
all right.
I have many
Trader
lucky
Zambini.
girls you like.
We need to get rid of some shit. So there's a gun here, an axe. Why would it keep an axe? We can't use it. Don't need that. Don't need that. Right. Don't need that. Wands. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Can't use that, but don't need it either. Idle. Don't need that. 88. Keep the honest just in case. Don't need that. That's a turnip punching bag. Don't need that. Carrot. 88. Again, better than what we got. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Oh, another player there. 90. Oh, there they go. Well, that was fun. We don't need that. We don't need that. We'll keep these on us, but we don't need that. 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 No, 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 no. No, no, no. Don't need that. Don't need that. I don't need that. It's freed up a lot of space for us. This cracked talisman as well. I don't think we need that either. I think at the end of this episode I'll fly back to Stormwind and get rid of some of this stuff, including the wind wall. Okay, yeah.
May your feet find good
Check.
trails.
Sit down.
Lily in the grain. I'll let you in on my brewing plan, Sparrow. I'm planning on making an Emperor Stout. Done right, it should be dark, roasty, and high in alcohol. A frown appears on Chen's face. I just realized I never told my plans to Lily. She'll have no idea what type of grain to bring back. Could you speak with her? I need her to bring back the sweetest, malted grains she can find. Sure. So we'll speak with Lily at the Imperial Granary in the Valley of the Four Winds.
May your journey be long.
Doesn't hold water. Would you mind checking in on Mudmug? He may need some assistance bringing the water back. I'm sure he'll appreciate the help of a big, strong hunter like yourself and help him shoulder the load. Yeah, alright. Rub it in. Speak with Mudmug at the Gilded Fan in the Valley of the Four Winds.
Come back with some
And
glory.
hop hunting. With Lily fetching grain and Mugmug handling our water, all we need is hops and some good wood barrels. I'll handle the barrels, but I need you to gather the hops. I don't know much about hops from this land, but I'm sure nearby farmers have something worth brewing with. Go see what you can rustle up. Sure. Ask Gardener Fran, Guy Lan, and Den Mudclaw for hops.
Aye, how well.
There's another. Stu the Tamer. Alright. Let's have a look. So we'll go for Mudmug first because he's closest. Should be somewhere over here. There he is. Mudmug.
No.
You here to help out? That's mighty swell of you, of course. Look at it, Sparrow. The Gilded Fan. Okay. I heard lots of good things about the water they got here. A lot of bad things too. Not saying what kind of water Chen's gonna need. So what say we make him a little sampler platter? Come on, let's get moving. We got to scoop up some water together. Sure. Guide Mudmug to swirling pools within the Gilded Fan and help him collect 30 pailfuls of glade water. If you become separated, you can find him next to the giant banana.
Yep.
Alright.
All right, then. Let's head out and
of water. That'll be the good stuff.
Is this it?
This water looks pretty good over here.
Right you are. I'll tell you what. I'll get the water strider for this one. Wait. That's better. Hang on.
Something's a little funny about this here water. Ouch! Something pinched me. Get it!
Oh.
Looks like he's got a little bit of that water stuck in his gills. I'll just scoop some of this up. Boy, howdy. Look at this pretty little pool. Let's see here. Hot damn!
Oh, good lord.
Water spiders! Smush 'em! I'll just scrape some of this water from his little spider mouth parts. A little bit of poison never hurt no one, right? This water seems a little too, what's that word? Oh yeah, clean.
Let's keep going.
Now this is what I'm talking about. Ain't no spiders or crabs in this water. Old croc nearly took off my hand.
And he wasn't
Holy
wrong.
smokes, this fella swallowed a lot of water. I ought to pick some up. I'll bet that Chen never made no croc belly water beer.
You got it? Alright, we'll try a different spot. No?
This should be the last of it.
Alright.
I reckon we got enough.
Well, I'm glad.
Well, hello, neighbor.
Looky that, neighbour. That's quite the collection of water we got there. With magical water like this, I'm sure that Chen will make his brew that really shines. Or possibly a brew that lands someone in the outhouse for a month. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Oh, cool, we got a cape. It replaces our expertise with haste. Alright, sure. No, don't you worry about picking them up. I can hold these here barrels. I may not be the handsomest Pandaren or the smartest or any fun to be around in the slightest, but I'm stronger than a Mushin beast. I just need you to lead the way. Lead him back to Half Hill. If you've come separated, find him next to the giant banana. What giant banana?
You not to lead me into any rivers, animal mounds, nothing like that.
Right you are. Okay,
Wait.
come on.
Which way did you go? You got any other errands you need to run? Don't you worry about old Mudmug. Just poke me when we get there.
I mean, I am gonna just get him straight there.
Sure could go for a drink of water right now.
Don't drink the water, Mudmug. Found myself slightly distracted looking at the soles of Mudmug's feet. There's a kind of a band around them. They're not shoes, it's cloth. I don't know, it's a weird one. Looks interesting.
I'm trusting you not to walk me off that big old cliff.
You won't walk off the cliff, don't worry. Grain sorter. No. Not who I need. Right. That's not the way.
You sure we're going the right way, neighbor?
Yeah, yes.
Told you I was strong.
Uh-huh.
Didn't drop one barrel.
Well done. I'm very glad.
So, got any stories?
Good. The water's here.
All right. Until next time.
He's excited to be here, I guess. Let's talk with Lily now. We'll get everybody else's tasks done first. The Imperial Granary. Okay. See, now we don't need to walk on water. I can dismiss the water part in Strider. Oh, shit. Oops, that's not right. There we go. Right, let's try that again. I think it's time for you to pop out. I haven't had you in a while, looking. What I will check very quickly as well. Rabbit. Oopsie, didn't mean to do that. But it's got Heart of the Phoenix and Spirit Man. So we'll pop that there. Alright. Lily.
What you doing?
Sparrow, what are you doing here? So Uncle Chen wants sweet malts. No problem, let's get the taste testing. As long as you're here, you might as well help me out. I'm feeling pretty darn unqualified for the task, seeing as I've never drank a drop of beer in my life. You should try a little sample of each of their grains. Let's see if any of their stuff is sweet enough for Uncle Chen. Okay, taste the aged grain, light grain, fresh grain, and malted grain. I'm assuming it's going to be the malted grain that we go for. Then there's Grain Lord Kai and Grainer Pan. Grain Lord Kai. So we bought some very cheap grains in bulk. Turns out the grain was infested with sprites. No shit. I hate sprites with their wee, beady eyes and constant smiling. I'd like you to resolve this quietly. Can I buy your services to discreetly eliminate some of these grain thieves? Sure. 8 tricky mazes. And Grainer Pan. Just to be clear, what happened was an accident. What I did for industry. There was no way I could have known that a sprite invasion would happen at any time, or that one of them would try to eat my new Pan's Miracle Grow formula. Now, not only do they have a big sprite leading them, but he's one angry beast. If I pay you, will you take him out? Cornan the Barley Barbarian, sure. Why not? Let's get these guys, and then we'll try some of the hops at the same time. Oh, not grain. Hops is what I gotta do. There we go. Lovely. So there's some aged grain. This grain tastes too old, bitter, and angry. Sure, okay, no problem. Where's the next one gonna be? Ah, it's still over there. malted grain. This grain has too much zing. Okay. We can still try some more of it. Yeah, still too much zing. No problem. We'll get this one. There's some small malted grain on there. It's almost like they're in separate piles. There's our corn. We don't need to kill any more. Just need to test more. Okay, there's some more. Okay. I think I meant to do that, but glyph, another glyph, brilliant. Okay, you fresh grain, too earthy and natural. Last one, which is the light grain. Light grain is too light and bouncy. Alright, let's get the big guy. Got him. Alright, let's hand all three of these in. Lily first. Huh, I guess none of that grain is gonna work. Uncle Chen is pretty picky. Maybe the Grain Lord knows where we can find something more special.
Why is all of your grain so bland?
The grain we gathered needs to be in larger quantities for the brew, but I may know of a grain that would suit your needs. Oh, shit. Sorry. There we go. Nice job, Duckway. Alright. Shamanistic scepter. Alright, cool. Grain Lord, thank you for your help, stranger. Hopefully we can deal with the rest on our own here. We'll take that necklace. Very nice. And Grainer Pan. Now that that's over, I have some ideas on how we can make a new concoction. We'll see. Thanks for your help. Here's your reward. Okay, Grain Lord Kai. There was a time where my father would spend days in the jungle hunting for the perfect cave barley. It was very dangerous and something I can't bring to do myself. Nor worth it. Stormstout only pays for quantity, not quality. That's why. Grain recovery. Since you are heading south, can you try to recover some of the grain these thieves have made off with? We saw birds and sprites running off with entire bags of our best bulk stock into the fields east and south of here. Sure, bring him 8 sacks.
Next one is on me.
And the quest for better barley. Looking for sweet grain. My father once mentioned a malt cave barley that sounded about right. If you're willing to brave the peril, there's an ancient cave at the base of the Wind's Edge south here. There's even an old lift my father made when he could travel into the jungle. In the cave is a bush as old as my family. Excuse me. From that bush, you can pluck a grain so sweet it'll humble your senses. Just watch out for its guardians. Find the malted cave barley at the base of the Wind's Edge.
Jade serpent.
Alright. We will be doing that. Just not this week. We're going to have to wait until next week, unfortunately. But that is it for right now. Thank you, everybody, for rocking up and sticking with me for all this time. If you're still liking the content, let me know. Till then, take care, stay safe, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.